What up? Welcome to the BILs Podcast. This is Pitch.
This is Rocket. What up?
And I'd like to say thank you for rocking with us. This is the BILs Podcast where you get to unapologetically black talk about today's topics. You have seen these two before. They have been with us before, and they are back with us with Zoom. Anything is possible. So I just want to let them come in and say what up. Elijah, say what up.
How's it going? You know, back by popular demand.
Back by popular demand.
With Rafiki in the background.
Well, yeah, Fiki.
Letting that shit go.
You drop that rod just, on the weekend. It's freaky.
And then in the other one, we have Isaiah with the pit bull in the camera.
Going on. Titan trying to join too, I see.
Oh, what up, Titan? Look at you in the building.
Yeah.
Boy,
You looking very stereotypical right now.
Oh, you right up in the camera like, look how big I done got. That's all right, man. I told you I had that great pit bull run up on me and everything over by my mom's house. I was like, dang, I think I need to get me a pit bull. Then I stopped dreaming. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, your girl's too scared to have a dang pit bull, dog.
I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about cleaning up that shit. They beg me for a dog, and then I'll be the only one taking care of it. I don't got enough time. I got too many kids. Yeah. But he looks like he's at a happy home, so glad you're over there, Tight. Appreciate it.
So I don't know what everybody got any plans to talk about or anything today. So I just Elijah, Isaiah, you got anything to talk about that y'all want to talk about? I give it to you because since you guys are the guests, we'll put it on you first. Anything or no?
I don't really have nothing, I'm going.
I have a question for you fellas. How are you guys being affected with the whole coronavirus pandemic? Like, how is it affecting your young college lives in Mankato?
That's a good question.
So, and it's getting affected in a few different ways. So, for one, campus has been shut down completely. So you can't go on campus for any reason, unless you need to stay in the dorms. If you're an international student or if you're a freshman or whatever, and like you need to stay in the dorms, you're able to stay in the dorms. But you can't go to the student union and hang out or go to the library or any of that kind of stuff. That's all shut down. And classes got moved to all online platforms. So some professors make you meet via Zoom same time as if you had class. Some are more flexible, but everything got moved online. One thing they're allowing students to do, which I think is pretty cool, is you can change your semester from being a typical GPA to going to pass-fail. So if you're a kid who, maybe your parents work and you got 4 brothers and sisters that you got to watch over or whatever, and it's just not an ideal situation, instead of taking a hit to your GPA, you can kind of just, okay, I did the work, I can pass this class and not be affected because of all this kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. For us, I think we're being affected a little bit more with work and stuff like that. There's some places that maybe you have a quote-unquote essential job and you can still get paid, but all of us work in the restaurant industry, so right now, technically, we aren't working, which is driving me crazy. And it's just crazy because you don't think about it and you take it for granted, like how much stuff is considered non-essential by the government. And there's only so many times you can clean your room. There's only so many times you can do laundry, and like you run out of stuff to do, and it's like, dang, like I'm not trying to sit here in front of a TV or a phone or whatever for so long, and it's driving me crazy. I'm getting bored.
Damn. You know what I would like for you to do? I would like for you to ship me some of that focus and that energy, because I ain't did none of that shit.
Elijah, since you still taking classes, how you like the online stuff?
Well, my classes were already online, so really all it did for me was move back my like due dates and stuff. So because I was already online, I didn't have to go to campus anyways. I didn't even know who was in my class to begin with, so I don't know who's in my class now still.
You see right there, you just touched your eye. You got that damn corona right there. Look at it.
It's coming.
You done corona'd yourself.
You gonna speak it on to me. That's what you gonna do.
No, they said how you get it. Like, you always have your hands and your face, your eyes, your ears, and everything.
I gotta fix my glasses. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's surgery, dog.
They still knew.
That's surgery.
That's
Basic surgery.
So 2 things. I had to register for. I was in school this semester, and I had to drop out because of all the medical stuff. So they went to all online. So now I had to sign up for summer classes already, and I'm not sure what's going on. Hey, dog, you turned your video off again.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm here.
So then the other thing is, unfortunately, I'm an essential worker, so I got to go to work every day. The first day that this stay-at-home thing went on, there's barely any cars on the road, dog. The other day, it seemed like everybody was going to work. It seemed like there was no stay-at-home order at all. I don't know.
But it was nice outside?
No, it was the last day. It was kind of cold. Okay. I'm just saying, dog, there was like people all over the street driving to work, like in the morning, though. I'm talking like 7 o'clock in the morning, dog. There was so many people on the road. It looked like a normal day going to work. I was like, dog, I don't know who is out there. How they figure out who's essential, who's not? Basically, they just shut down restaurants.
They got tags to put on their
Well, they qualify for it.
What y'all doing that in Minnesota?
Yeah, like supposedly the employers are getting tags, but it's weird though because like Weggies can stay open and do takeout and delivery and all that kind of stuff, but they don't have it. So I don't really understand the point of it. Like I don't get why. Like if you were working at wherever that's considered essential and your employer gives you a tag so you don't get pulled over, you don't get whatever. But if I work at Weggies and it's not quote unquote essential, but I can still work, like I don't get what the point of it all.
So y'all get tags for your cars?
We personally don't, but like the essential places do, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, they don't do nothing like that here in Wisconsin. You gotta remember, you in Minnesota, we in Wisconsin. Right. And Weggies is a restaurant for those who don't know. But yeah, here in Wisconsin they don't do nothing like that. Our owner gave us a piece of paper that just said we're essential workers because we do stuff for the government. So if we get pulled over.
So if you get pulled over, you can use it though?
Yeah.
Have your information on it?
Yeah, it has my name on it, my personal name.
So you can't just like copy it and start passing that.
Yeah, no. But it's crazy because like you guys, like all the restaurants here, you can't sit in a restaurant. Everything is carry out and go. You can't, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, only essential stuff is open. So like when I drive every place, it look like everything open.
You got liquor stores open?
Yeah, our liquor stores are open.
That's what I'm not understanding.
What?
Why?
Because you gotta get that release, dog.
People gonna go crazy.
They're considered so the government, I'm assuming, is what determines what's essential and what's not.
No, it's the state.
So yeah, like the government, like the state government.
Yeah.
It's not federal, but state government. So you're telling me that alcohol is considered essential, but a haircut is not?
Well,
hair salons, all that.
Think about this in the way that this virus is moving, right? You can go to a liquor store, grab a bottle. That's a little bit more safe than someone. You're in a barbershop, you're getting your hair done. There's contact of another human being.
Fair enough.
So
you can go in and go out. I think that's what he's saying.
Because
you just froze up there.
Alex,
You good now?
She does hair.
That makes sense.
They shut her down. When she's down there in San Antonio, and she's been about 3 weeks now.
Okay, so here's the other thing though. So like we was talking at work, and there's a white dude. He goes to the salon every 3 weeks to get his hair done. He goes to the salon to get it done there every 3 weeks. You know, most brothers, we go at least once a week, at least, if not every 2 weeks is probably tops. So, like, for black dudes, we can't do it, but it's crazy.
Come on.
I'll tell you what.
Just go with that low cut.
What you say?
Go with that low cut.
No, Elijah, what do you say?
Go ahead.
Once a month is all you need.
Oh, my God.
Cut your hair once a month.
The same dude who don't line his stuff up, though.
Yeah, this cat, he'll go up there. Yeah, yeah. So my cousin get married tomorrow, dog. Yeah, so he getting married tomorrow. Huh?
Online?
No, they doing it in a park. So what they gonna do is they're gonna have their vows out in the park. So it's just gonna be those two, and then whoever their pastor is, and then they ask everybody else to come and do their social distancing because they're going to be in a park. It's going to be about, they said it's going to be a pretty short ceremony. So you go hang out in the park, get your social distance on, make sure you don't park next to nobody, get your, you know, all that kind of stuff. So
Codre?
Yeah, our cousin, yeah. So they getting married. So, you know, people are finding ways to do things, but it's wild.
Well, the social distancing that they trying to preach now is 27 feet.
All right, so I heard that, but now they're trying to say 27 feet because they said a spec like if you sneeze hard enough, sneeze can go 27 feet.
Right.
Now my man Dr. Fauci or Fucci, whatever you call him, he said that is very unlikely. My man was on TV today talking about, he's like 6 feet is good. If you talking about 27 feet, you're going to have to hock a loogie and go, and get out. That's what my man did on TV too. I like Dr. Fucci.
Yeah, he's been all over, dog.
Did you hear they get death threats?
Who?
Dr. Fucci.
What, Corona call?
Yeah. Y'all know who Dr. Fauci is?
Yeah, I've seen him. His last talk.
So Dr. Fauci, if you don't know, is the guy. He's like the infectious disease, the highest infectious diseases doctor in America. So he be at the press conferences with the president and stuff. And because like Donald Trump will go out and say something crazy, Dr. Fauci come back and be like, "Nah, that's not really how it is. This is how it is."
Yeah, I see those
people. So my man is getting death threats because people are saying he's undermining the president and he is not presidential, and they're going to kill him because they love them some Donald Trump. What y'all think about that?
And if you still backing Donald Trump at this point, to me, like, I don't want to say I don't respect you, but like you're blindly following someone. Because in the midst of all this and like the way he's handled it and the way he's portrayed himself and not like, if you still are gung-ho Donald Trump all the way, you're blindly following because you're not paying attention because he sounds dumb. I don't think he's handling this necessarily correctly. And I mean, that's on top of everything we already knew about him, the racism and all that kind of stuff. So.
Right. I agree with you. I mean, you have to look at people. I mean, some people vote for him because they think he's helping the economy before the whole corona because of the 401k. So people are just focusing on that. Some people are focusing on religious belief, mainly. You know, well, I'm not going to say mainly, but some people also was focusing on, you know, the white supremacy, the racism aspect. I just touched mine.
He gave ass out. Titan just gave you ass to the camera.
Some of it though too is like, and it might not be the majority, but I think some people are honestly probably afraid to openly say like, "All right, I was wrong." Like, dude's actually trash.
I think that could be possible. I think there's a lot of people like that.
Not majority, but there probably are some that are like, you know what? Yeah. I was wrong. Donald Trump ain't the answer. We need something else.
Now, I will say at work, we got one dude, and he came out. He told us he voted for Donald Trump. He said, I wouldn't vote for him again. He's such an ass. But then it's kind of weird because then the same dude when our boss come in, she's a staunch Republican. I told Marlon I told Rocket the other week, she was talking about how she loved the president because he's out there and giving us so much great information. And he was talking about, oh yeah, the president, all this. You know what I'm saying? Dude is like one of the booty kissers where when it's with her, everything Democrats do is horrible. But then when he with us, it's like, I hate Donald Trump. So I don't know what dude is all about. But yeah, I would say there are probably a lot of people out there like that.
He's sitting his ass on that fence. That's all he's doing. He was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I understand the lingo. He code switching. It's like, nah. Ain't losing my job.
Here's the other thing I heard about Dr. Fauci. He is huh?
Fushnicking?
Fushnicking. Dr. Fushnicks. He's a true Fushnickins, yeah. So yeah, Dr. Fauci, dog is starting to get a lot of female admirers. He had to come out and say, I am taking, please back off.
Hey man, they like a informed dude that's gonna keep them alive. He's building up one of those congregations. He may need to think about starting a holistic church.
Now, what is it with dudes like that now? Because dog is he's an old man. Why do women get into like why they like him?
Because they like power.
Image.
Yeah. You know, anybody that's why you see the same reason he's getting death threats is the same reason he's getting offered. You know, right. You got just different of the spectrum. They see the same thing. One don't like it, so a la death threats, and one's like, oh, he's pretty intelligent. Let me see what he's about.
So let me ask you this, guys. Since y'all in Minnesota, what's going on with did y'all already vote in Minnesota?
Vote for what?
Y'all had your primary.
The primary, man.
What we voting for?
Yeah. Okay, so that means that I didn't vote. No, I didn't even vote.
No, I did. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna vote until probably November because
Why?
I don't educate myself enough. Like right now, I didn't even whatever that Tuesday, right? Something Tuesday, right? That's
okay.
That's the day you're talking about.
I don't know if y'all part of Super Tuesday.
Is that what you're talking about? Super Tuesday?
So that was like.
Yeah, Super Tuesday.
I'm saying, but that's what you're talking about, right? That is Super Tuesday.
Yes. Yeah, the primary.
I didn't educate myself enough till Super Tuesday, so I'm not gonna go vote for something that I don't know about because I'm gonna vote for somebody that.
What is it?
His
you
name
vote for Trump regardless.
It matters more locally. You know that the people that you that you vote for, you want to influence them
stuff.
Early.
Right, but you know what? I'd go vote for Bernie Sanders because that's the only person I know. And he had Joe Biden, but
the thing is, though, is like the research that you need to do in order to make an informative vote isn't as complex as people make it.
Oh yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying I chose not to.
Put
myself there. I'm registered to vote and all that. I just didn't put myself there to know. I didn't even know Super Tuesday was happening until Super Tuesday. It was Tuesday.
So here's the thing, and maybe once you get older, you understand this. Yeah. Those vote sessions are just as important as the president because those are local, and local stuff is going to affect you more than the big picture stuff. So
local elections,
you should think about that because the local stuff going to affect you more than the presidency.
What do you mean local stuff? Like our local mayor?
Yeah. It's gonna be like for mayor, school board.
I don't care about that.
Alderman, all that kind of stuff.
I'll be out of Mankato in a year. I'm coming to office next year ain't gonna affect me that much.
Okay,
it's still about voting for people that's in line with your local identity too, because when you're pushing them up to higher levels, then they affect the whole state.
Correct.
So you want to make sure that whoever that you're pushing on a local level, that they're in line with someone on a larger level to support what you're, the initiatives and the, the agendas on the local level.
What's that? What does that say?
State senator. I should have voted for him. Is that what you're saying?
If that's who you should vote for, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to talk about like senators,
yeah,
the House.
Yeah.
You have to think of it like this. Like,
being a senator myself, I understand that.
Yeah, think of it like this because all the pieces make up the whole. So like, if you should vote based on what you believe in, what you think like, and what you think will make the best Mankato, the best Minnesota, the best United States. Because like Obama was a senator at some point, and if he didn't gain clout, if he didn't gain experience, he didn't gain all that kind of stuff, he would have never been the president.
Right.
So
and if he wasn't in tune with the local election, he couldn't rise to the national
Mankato, because you don't know about Mankato.
He wasn't in tune to his star player.
Hey.
said that.
So that's why it's important that you should vote. That you should be aware who's on the local level and their relationship.
Yeah, but that was my thing. I wasn't educated to Super Tuesday, so I wasn't going to go myself. I went on the last Super Tuesday 4 years ago, but
hey brother, you're ahead of the curve because I wasn't voting. I mean, I wasn't voting. I wasn't in tune on local elections like I have been now, because as a father, as a homeowner, it means more to me because I'm thinking about my kids coming up, and I want to make sure that the rules and regulations are fair as they can be. So I want to make sure I'm voting for people. I'm using my power to vote for people that's in line with protecting those rights. So,
let me tell you about this story that it's tripped me out. So here in Milwaukee, they're about to vote a new mayor in. Mayor Tom Barrett is the mayor now. The incumbent, he's an incumbent. And then we have a lady named Lena Taylor. She is hood as all get up, dog. But I love her, dog. She is wild. But she's gonna probably push him out. So Tom Barrett, who's losing, basically comes out in the news and says, hey, you shouldn't go vote, because if you go vote, you could get sick. He trying to tell people not to go vote because he's going to lose. What y'all think about that?
I saw that coming. I think Trump going to use that.
That sounds like a smart move on his end.
Well, actually, Trump can't use that because if there's no vote like in November, then he automatically becomes out of office. And then once he's out of office, the Speaker of the House becomes the president. So that'd be Nancy Pelosi. He's not going to do that.
Yeah, he's not. He's probably either looking for winning the re-election. That's but martial law, that's the wild card with this whole coronavirus.
It's getting real. Coronavirus getting real.
Yeah, I saw a blurb that she was hospitalized. I ain't know why, but
who, Cardi B?
Yeah, it was just a quick blurb, but I didn't go into it. I tried to stay away from like social topics that is not beneficial.
I don't know.
Knowing that she's in the hospital doesn't,
add any value to life.
I don't mean it that way, but I'm just saying I try to,
100%.
You know what though? A lot of people are out here, saying, "Oh, celebrities can get it too." They're not immune to everything.
Yeah,
people be saying that stupidly, like they really believe that, like they wasn't gonna be able to get it. Like when Carl Anthony Towns came out and said his mom had it and she was in the hospital, and everybody was like, "Yes, now we need to stay home." Like, you should have been staying home. Now that Carl Anthony Towns' mom has it, does not mean that now you need to stay at home.
See, that's what I've been talking about, Rocket. See, it takes super niggas to come out and tell niggas, hey, stay your ass in the house.
Well, when did he release that? Because that video from Lincoln Park just yesterday, Cass is out there balling, no shirts on.
When was that?
Wendell Scott, he sent it yesterday.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
They got people outside balling at Lincoln Park.
Balling, like getting it. Full court. They run it full court.
They still running full court.
Sunny. One cat had his shirt off. He running. He's like, coronavirus, take me away.
IP, oh, there you go. I'm about to say your video off.
I had to put Titan in the kennel. He's acting up.
So yeah, this is crazy, man, because when it really come down to it, dog, we all just stuck in our house doing all sorts, doing whatever you can do. Like Isaiah said before, is get bored in a mug. My solace is queuing. So tomorrow I will be barbecuing and watching movies.
Yeah,
One thing that
throw something on the grill myself.
What you say?
I said I might throw some on the grill myself.
Yeah.
You gonna forget about it.
I probably will. You right.
They know you too well, dog.
Hey man, don't act like you know me.
What y'all hear about Rudy Gobert?
No, what happened?
He getting like blackballed. So and I want to know y'all opinion on this because I kind of saw it coming at first.
No, Rudy Gobert, center for the Utah Jazz.
So he's an NBA basketball player.
He's the first NBA player to have.
Yeah.
To get it. And
then he used to play for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Nope.
But he's played Utah Jazz. I got you. Go.
So he was in the locker room like making jokes about it. And was like running around and like touching people and coughing on people, rubbing towels all over him and like making a joke out of it. And he ended up getting somebody else. And now it's like people are coming out and saying like, "Oh, this is a bigger deal than what people were like making it out to be. This can kill people, this and that." And now he just looks dumb. Obviously, like he was all in the media cracking jokes about it. And when I seen that he was doing it, I was like, he's gonna hurt his reputation for after the corona. Like as a professional athlete and the like brand that you're supposed to create for yourself, I was like, I think this is gonna have a negative effect on his career moving forward when this is all blown over and everything.
So
people are very sensitive about this coronavirus, and they'll hold his feet to the fire way faster than Trump because he's black, he's low hanging fruit. But yeah, he really did a bid on himself by not being respectful and taking it serious.
Right.
Yeah, I think he did a press conference where he was touching everything and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it.
That was the first
he apologized for it, but it's like, all right, you kind of already made yourself look dumb.
Yeah. Like the fact that he's thinking about that was cool. And that's the thing in social media in this day and age is you really got to walk out, with your game plan, and think about how this is going to look, 24 hours in the future. Is this going to hurt my brand or this is going to improve it? You're making millions of dollars and you're feeling on top of the world, but then when something comes out, you got to really educate yourself on the whole, be a global athlete. Like LeBron, he manages his output well, to be someone that just went to, just graduated from high school, and how much he gives back in his brand and how he has his whole team around. They think long term, and that's one of the things that we as black folks, but young black men especially, that's in a position that they got millions of dollars overnight. They got to start thinking long term, even before that,
So here I got the thing up so you can see Rudy Gobert real quick. Here, let me share my screen. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
So this is the interview that he did where he touching everything, and he was messing with everybody, touching everything and stuff like that. And then they got rid of him.
So they released him?
No.
If you look here, watch the screen again. This is at the beginning of the end of the press conference. And he's just talking about nothing. See, no, he touching everything now.
Oh,
You see that?
Oh, okay.
It's one thing to be like, you know what? I think this is blown out of proportion. I'm not really worried about it. This and that. But it's another to go out of your way and like.
I thought he apologized.
Joke of it and do all that, like.
Yeah. Didn't he apologize?
He said sorry. Like he's like, I'm sorry, and I should have took it more serious because, like, the next day, Donovan Mitchell got tested positive for it, and Donovan Mitchell he came out and said, now that they're both clear of it, Donovan Mitchell came out and said he's still pissed off at Rudy Gobert for it.
Yeah, because Rudy Gobert was the one who was playing around, and then he ended up with it like 2 days later. Now, here's the crazy thing, okay? So, explain this to me.
Get it?
No, explain this to me. How are these pro athletes getting all these tests, and they know if they got it within like a half day? And then there's some people I heard who's got tested, and it's been like a week, almost 2 weeks before they even know if they got it or not. What's going on with that?
I think it's. I mean, I don't think they're getting it no more because at the beginning you were able to get it within the next day results. But I think so many people are getting it now, are getting the test now that it's going to take longer, obviously.
They was probably getting it from over in China and Korea because they already had the test.
That's what I said.
They had the test that because I was listening to Dr. Fauci today. He was talking about the test takes too long to get the results, and a lot of people are at the height of the symptoms when they can pass it on to someone else. So you're not really knowing, and then they're affecting other people, and that's why I was saying you see in dense population is very widespread. Like you got hot spots, and it's all like section off in dense populations, but. Man, we don't know how this stuff is spreading. Like they can blame Rudy Gobert and everything, but how did he get it?
That's another thing. There was
you know what I'm saying?
There was a picture of Rudy Gobert, like in some type of way he was coming in contact with a kid, and it was all over social media, like Rudy Gobert, like spreading it, this and that, blah blah. And I'd seen a tweet that I actually did appreciate, and somebody was like, let's stop acting like Rudy Gobert is patient zero for this infectious disease. For all we know, the kid gave it to him or whatever. Like, yeah, he acted like an idiot, but at the same time, like on the flip side, like we can't just act like Rudy Gobert just like manifested in this disease and was like, all right, like I created this disease and now I'm gonna just start passing it out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, listen. Rudy Gobert, to me, in my opinion, is an example of what you get when you have poor leadership. But because Donald Trump didn't lead like a president, he stood on, it's a hoax. He made jokes out of it. It trickled down. Dumbness trickled down. I'm not saying that he took his lead. I'm not saying he took his lead from Donald Trump, but if you're gonna hold Rudy Gobert feet to the fire, you gotta hold Donald Trump as well. That's my personal opinion.
I'm gonna say is this: niggas is scared of the corona because they putting on rubber gloves, but they don't wear no rubber no other time.
Ain't scared of that, dog.
They put on rubber gloves, but they ain't wearing the latex on where they need to wear.
That's Bang Bang City right there.
That's like Bang Bang City.
On that one.
What's that?
I ain't putting my 2 cents in on that one.
Well, you better be putting the latex on.
My mother watches this podcast.
She don't see. She can't see it right now.
That's what the BBC
not gonna watch it. Or share it. Or comment on it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
hey,
Negroes wearing the latex on their.
Oh, go ahead, man.
I just said Negroes wearing the latex on their hands, but they ain't wearing the latex on their their man part. So niggas scared of the Rona.
Feel like these days.
Yeah.
Panther King.
Oh, Tiger King. Did either one of y'all watch that?
Y'all checked out Tiger King?
Nah, I'm good.
No, I haven't actually. I've been watching some movies lately.
God, that is.
You gotta watch it.
That's about 8 hours of complete madness. You will. It's a time waster, but then you would still be like, "What the fuck?" Because you want to see the ending. You know, it's just like it's like this dude had the ultimate freedom. He just did whatever the fuck he wants. Shoot his gun, threaten abroad. He had 227 tigers. You know what I'm saying? He had 2 straight dudes that he was married to.
What?
Yeah, right there. And he had a country album.
Yeah, he country music star.
Sound like he was lacking melanin.
Oh yeah, he is.
Oh
and
yeah.
Actually, I don't think there are no black people, no place in the documentary.
No, you saw a few black people visiting.
Yeah, visiting his zoo.
Yeah,
After that, you don't see no black people, no place. What's that?
I said started snitching on the tiger.
Nah, man, that's crazy. But yeah, well, hell, you done accomplished everything. You done washed the clothes and cleaned up. You probably done moved the room around. You and Titan probably went jogging. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
You got a Fu Manchu on, dog?
Huh?
Do you got your goatee? Is there something on your bottom of your chin? Marlon.
Ooh, what?
Rocket. Yeah. You got stuff on the bottom of your chin, or you just cut that out?
What, this here? This
it looked like you got a Fu. It looked like you got a Fu Manchu. Okay, I see a little bit down there.
Yeah.
Look like you got a Fu Man going on.
I'm gonna practice my Wing Chun in a minute.
Dog, do you? Is that you do? Don't you?
What?
You know, go. Let me see your chin.
What, the tickler?
No.
What
the bottom of your chin, right here. Right here. You ain't got no hair right there.
No, I never had any.
What?
You telling me you don't connect around? Yes, it do.
No, you talking about like here?
Under the bottom here.
Just put your face body camera.
Oh, this is gray. Shit.
Oh, it's just gray?
Yeah.
Because it looked
like
it looked like you got all this and nothing here, dog. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They got a Fu Manchu.
With the light and the white, you know, the white t-shirt, you know, all that is, yeah, I ain't dyed my shit yet. Y'all see next episode, I'll be like, damn, that must be an old episode. Nope, fresh new. Dyed my shit. My baby said she liked it. She said I look younger when I dye my shit, so.
You like it, you love it, huh?
All right, man.
All right, man.
I'm about to get up out of here.
What'd you say?
I think I'm about to get up out of here.
All right.
It's been real. Y'all can stay on. I'm out.
All right, old man.
All
right, brother. Take it easy. I'm gonna wrap it up with the fellas. We'll chop it up because I
don't know how to get out of here.
Stocks.
Oh, I got you. All right, deuces.
All right. Peace, brother.
All right.
Be safe. Yeah. So what's the